Good day and welcome back to another DB Legends video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at a complete guide to the Gohan Youth event that has come to DB Legends. The event that gives us a event exclusive Gohan Youth for DB Legends, and basically, to cut a long story short, how you can beat his challenges and get him maxed out in terms of Z power. Now it's important to understand that there are several stages to this event. You unlock Gohan by completing the very first stage of the event. So that is the initial stage. Once completed, you will get basically enough Z power to own Gohan. Then if you complete all the challenges to the stages, then if you complete the EX battles, the daily bonus stage, and then there are 3 challenge battle stages. So there's quite a few different types of stages that are on. There's also a special battle stage, which is a equipment stage, and you unlock all of these in sequence. So there's quite a bit happening. It's also important to understand that there are missions at the same time. So these missions will basically net you quite a bit in terms of Gohan Z power, the event medals that you use to exchange for rewards and prizes, and just in general a whole bunch of really good stuff. When you are taking on these stages, especially the first 2 stages and the first 2 EX battle stages, it's important to understand that you need to clear the challenges so that you can have the maximum amount of Z power for Gohan as possible. If you don't complete these challenges, then you are going to fall short. It's also important that you need to level Gohan. You got to raise his friendship, got to put him in the team, got to do lots of stuff like that. For most of the stages, I'll be running a fully event exclusive team so that I can, show you guys how you can use them for pretty much all of the stages. But what I want you guys to understand is that you can change and adapt this whenever you want to give yourself the best time. I will say the difficulty begins to spike mainly at the challenge battle stages. So if you are someone who is struggling, early on, then look at refarming stages to earn event medals to exchange for the Z power for the Gohan. The special battle stage will also drop a equipment which will help players out tremendously because you can use it to really improve your Gohan. So once you get to the special battle stage, what I suggest is that you farm it as much as possible so that you can obviously claim it, and then you'll be able to kind of benefit from it and really kind of elevate your Gohan with that equipment. Other than that, raising your friendship with Gohan is very, very important. There's a lot of ways to raise your friendship right now, so I highly suggest you do that, as it will allow you to clear missions, which helps a lot. A lot of people say I'm missing missions. A lot of it is to do with things like friendship rank, things like leveling Gohan, using his special moves in battle, etc. So clear the first 4 stages. You get 2 stages, then you get 2 EX stages. Clearing those is very, very important. Helps with putting you back in line and getting you going in terms of Gohan. Obviously, there are challenges. Most of them are pretty straightforward, relying on things like switching, landing special moves, landing special skills, etc. Once you've completed both EX stages, you will unlock the special stage. Special stage you need to farm because it gives you the equip. The equip is very, very good. It's something that you should just farm on the stage. Get it so that it has a yellow first slot or an orange first slot, or whatever color you want to call it. This is very important because this equipment is very, very good for Gohan. Very crucial if you're looking to do the challenge stages, because you have to use Gohan. It gives him really good stats. It's just an equip that you're going to want to use. So clear the special challenge stage or the special battle stage, and then you'll unlock the first of the challenge battles, and you'll also unlock the daily bonus stage. Make sure you clear the daily bonus stage. It gives you a ton of event medals. These medals can be exchanged not only for the equip itself, but can also be exchanged for the actual Z power for Gohan. So it's a great way to boost your Gohan's power, boost his Z power, boost his stars, give you a little bit of an advantage in some of the challenge battles that you may face. So make sure that you are doing the daily bonus stage. Very important to do it as early as possible, because it also counts for some of the missions, but also because you want to clear it, so that you can make sure you get it done to get as many resets in as possible. I won't focus on the daily bonus stage. It's not something you need help beating. You should be claiming your missions as well, because there will be Z power there will be event medals there will be things like that. So claiming your missions is very, very important. Once you're done claiming your missions, you should see a boost in your Gohan's power. Before you take on the challenge battles, it's important to go and grab the equipment for Gohan at the very least, and try to have your Gohan at level 7. Now there are 3 challenge battles that players will have to face. They get progressively harder. The first 2, I would say, are fairly possible with using only event exclusive boosts. It's tough, but it is definitely possible. One of the main things that I've noticed with the challenge battles here, 1, 2, and 3, is that a lot of the times they do not give you the they don't give you type advantage with Gohan. So like, for example, in a lot of fights, the friend unit that you get is a unit that ends up having type advantage. So basically Gohan gets a little bit gimped. It makes it quite difficult for a lot of these fights, because a lot of the times you are unable to really maximize Gohan's big time damage that he can do, and so you kind of get a little bit stuck. The fight against Nappa is probably the easiest one, just because you can kind of cheese it a bit with how strong the Piccolo unit is against him with his type advantage, so you can really just soak in all the damage with Piccolo. At this point there's no real need to kind of overboost or uber boost or super boost the team. Everything kind of functions as it is, needs must. Obviously, like I said, if you're struggling, remember to exchange your event medals as best you can to grab extra stars to help you out. Those extra stars make a big difference. They give you extra stats that are very important. So we'll take on the Nappa fight and clear it. Like I said here, Piccolo is very, very crucial. We're running the exact same gear as the fight before us, but both of these fights are very achievable with this team and the gear that we have on Gohan. No need to kind of focus on anything or do certain things or change certain things. A lot of the times we just abuse the friend unit, abuse their typing advantage, and then make sure that we're hitting Rising Rush with them or soaking up damage with them. Generally tends to be quite strong, powerful, and help us out. It works nicely. After that comes the really hard one. So the very, very hard challenge battle number 3, is very, very difficult. At least I found it very, very difficult. The difficulty in it is getting past the initial stages, and I'll talk about it, obviously in a little bit. But this required me to really kind of revamp the team, really to push to give Gohan as many Zenkai boosts as possible. Like I said, throughout all 3 challenge battles, they haven't really given us a situation where Gohan has type advantage. This continues in the final battle, challenge battle 3, where we only have advantage with Goku against Nappa. We don't have any other advantage. And Goku has type disadvantage against Vegeta. So basically you have to make sure that you're constantly pairing up Gohan to Vegeta, constantly pairing up Goku to Nappa. This can be very difficult because Nappa can one-shot Gohan. So Nappa can really kind of just completely decimate Gohan, makes things really quite difficult to deal with. So in terms of functionality, the best strategy here is to uber boost Gohan. We need to give him as much health as possible. That's why I'm running Pan to give him health boost. It's also why we are running quite a few units here for Zenkai boosting, for the extra defense. We're even running Majin Buu for the raw stat increase. It's also super, super, super important, like I said, to have him as maxed out in terms of stars as possible. If you can get them past their first health, so if you can get Nappa to revive, and you can get Vegeta to kind of knock off his purple bar, then things become a lot easier. In fact, they become very easy. My suggestion would be to hold your rising rushes with Gohan, use them against Vegeta solely, and then have Gohan switch out constantly in advance and let Goku take on Nappa. That would be my suggestion. You can get caught out with Gohan. One special move from Nappa will kind of dust you. It's just something you have to deal with. But aside from that, you should be pretty good to go. That's it from me. If you need any more help, let me know. Bye.